All right, y'all. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. is about to get it in. We glad you're here with us. We see the lights on already on MixLR. Tune in. We got a hot show. We asking what the hell is going on. We got a few things. We getting into a development in a case we've been following in Florida. We want to know about a doctor that set his patient on fire. We got judges with racist comments. And we want to know what the hell they doing in Congress. We also are going to have part 2 of how to take care of your mate. This time we got the ladies. We getting it in. We got Big Rube in the room who's going to take us around the round table. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J is right now.
It's about that time. It's about that time to get
Button your lip, open your ears, strap on your thinking cap. Socially conscious talk that's entertaining with a dash of humor and the top sports stories of the week. It's time for Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J.
Sellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go. Puts it up and scores at the buzzer. Michael Jordan has won it for Chicago. Manning lobs it. Burris alone. Touchdown, New York.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. He hits one deep to right center. That ball is out of here. The Yankees win the pennant.
If you're lying, then you must be half stepping. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J is back, y'all. We live, getting it in tonight. Live from the Den of Legacy Internet Radio.com. Be down with us tonight, 804-402-2893 to be down with the flagship show right here. LegacyInternetRadio.com. We live in the den. We're glad to have you with us. We got the folks here on MixLR. We got the folks on TuneIn. We got all of our partners out there. We got Loud City, Winamp, MixLR. There's no reason for you not to be hanging out with the flagship show here on Legacy Internet Radio. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Definitely glad to have everybody here with us in the building. We're not going to waste no time tonight. We're going to get right to our introductions because we got a lot to get into tonight with regards to the discussion. As I teased in the first piece, we're going to talk about in development in a case that we've been following down in Florida. We want to talk about a doctor that set his patient on fire. We want to know about the judge with racist statements, and we want to know what the hell is going on with our money with the folks in Congress. That's just a little tease of the stuff we're getting into and what the hell tonight. But as we do every single week, we go around the room, we introduce the crew, and joining us in studio for the first time in a long time. And it's so good to see Miss Toyana in the building with us. What's going on, girl?
Hi, everybody.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Thank you for being here. You doing okay?
Thank you. Yes. Really blessed. Mr. Fam. And I always love what's on your mind, so
well, we're going to find out what's on your mind before the end of the night. So
Definitely.
Definitely glad to have you. Thank you for being here. I'm going to continue around the room and get the rest of the crew in. And, of course, my co-host that I always have sitting on my right, her left, I got S.Y. Butler in the building. What's going on?
What's up, baby?
How y'all doing today?
I am doing fine. How are you?
Fabulous. It's good to see you.
Hey, what do you think of my hair?
I actually was going to say something earlier. I love the natural thing, yo. That's like, what's up, man?
Well,
I
I
like
just flat ironed it.
I mean, whatever it is. I mean, as long as you're not like doing the Malcolm X movie with your head in the toilet because it's too hot and it's a chemical thing going.
No chemicals for me.
Yeah, don't be doing all of that. You know, like, did you do like the braided up and then wet it and then unbraided thing?
No, I washed it, blow dried it, and flat ironed it.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to do it. I don't know what none of that means, but it's what's up. I'm going to go around the room. I'm going to continue my introductions. You just heard them at the beginning, setting it up. I got my main man, Big Rube.
Yo.
I said Big Rube.
Yo.
What's up, brother?
Not much, man. Just chilling.
Good to see you, man.
Oh, same here.
All right,
Hey,
bro.
congratulations on your weekend.
I know.
Yeah, you didn't think I was gonna bring it up.
I was hoping that you didn't bring it up.
Guess
You were
what?
blushing,
It is what it is.
I was hoping that you
Gotta
didn't bring it
show
up.
love to the man in New Jersey.
I'm shy, y'all. Not like the group shy, but shy isn't me shy.
He's not shy.
I'm not shy, but I'm humble. So I wasn't gonna bring it up.
However, the group
till
shot
later
was
on.
pretty good when it was out.
Yeah, if I fall in love, ever fall in love. Yeah, that group. Thank you. Appreciate it, though.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. It was a good weekend, so thank you so much. We got
You're not gonna really go into any details about it.
maybe later.
I mean, how about now, real quick?
Maybe later.
Let's
Maybe
talk about
later.
it. Oh man, all right. Gee.
Can we say hi to somebody?
Sure, absolutely.
Hi, Mommy.
Why don't you tell SY the special guest that we got in the building with us?
It is my mom.
We got Mom in the building. She doesn't have a mic, but we gonna wave at SY's mom is in the building. What's going on, Mom?
Wave your hands in the air.
Wave like it okay. What's going on? Mom's waving. So it's good
visiting.
because you get to be, and the folks can't hear you, and that's cool. Just give me a thumbs up. That's why moms get to be the first mom to join us here during a live show. So definitely glad to have you. I'm pleased, and just don't give me the mom face if I say a bad word or something. Cause
forget it.
I might say a bad word, and I don't want to get popped in.
You're gonna get it. It's like,
am I really?
It's impulse. She's
I'm
just gonna be
sorry.
like,
Ain't no how stepping with Marcus J. We got people that's already checking in with us. What's going on, Joy? Thank you so much for listening to Joy. I know you listen to us every single week, but I'm gonna need you to not call me out in the first 5 minutes or 7 minutes of the show. Joy is asking me, did I get cake? And see, long-time listeners of Ain't No Half Stepping with Marcus J know what that means. That's why you want to tell the listeners what Joy is alluding to.
What would I do? Because I forgot. And Marcus, I don't see it. Marcus was supposed to go to Monteleone's and pick up the red velvet. The best red velvet. Did you get so hung up on your night that you did not think about us and the cake?
Think about us and the cake. See, you know how you act, right? You know how you act.
I act like I want a slice of
You're already
cake.
starting. You know
I
what
want
I
a
mean?
slice of
I
cake.
sat here in this chair. You sat here in that chair. And I looked you
asked
square in the eye and I said, I'm going to be busy. Ain't nobody going to have no time to be going to no cake store to buy you no red velvet
The
cake.
place was open when you got there. It was open after you were there. Oh, sucker, he got the cake! Joy, is it really?
Damn it, it's the,
Joy,
it's
he
the
got
cake.
the cake.
It's the cake. Yeah. Give me love. Give me
Mommy,
love.
remember
I'm the
that
man.
cake
I'm
from
the man.
Monteleone's when I was in Jersey? I always got for my birthday.
I mean, we still ain't heard a thank you yet or nothing.
Oh, wait.
A hug.
Give me love. I'm the man. Yeah, I'm the man. That's right. Give me the love. And just so we all can be clear, that's why you want to read the box.
Joy, it says Monteleone's Bakery.
And it says,
Look at that, 73941 Newark Avenue, Jersey City, NJ.
That's what it is. Now I'm gonna give Monteleone's in Jersey City a little bit of love, and here's why. When I walked in the door, first of all, they're a small storefront, and they're and the folks who listening to us. And by the way, your boyfriend's listening. Ben said, "What's up?"
What up, Benny?
Then you gotta say it right. You gotta say it right. What's up, brother? Ben, by the way, I seen what you did for me today. I got a lot of love for you, brother. I appreciate it, by the way. And tell my little homeboy that hopefully he's listening. Tell my little homeboy I said what's up too. But anyway, I go inside Monteleone's and I tell him, I said, look, man, I'm from here. I'm from Jersey City, New Jersey, but I live in Richmond, Virginia. I'm here visiting, and I got a sister in Richmond who said I got to come here. I've never been here. I grew up in this town, never been here. And they said, oh, thank you so much. And I gave them cards and everything. And they told me specifically to say what's up to the crew. And so I told them about Big Rube and SY and the whole crew. So they told me to say what's up to y'all. So I'm giving love to the crew of Monteleone's in Jersey City, New Jersey. Monteleone's Bakery at 73941 Newark Avenue in Jersey City. 201-798-0576 is their phone number. Holler at them. They down to AL. For the folks in Jersey City, they right by White Castle, y'all. So you can't miss them. You Jersey City folks know what that is. So anyway, we got through a lot of the fun stuff, the salutations. I want to get into the what the hell segment, get into some real business. We're going to dig into this cake before the end of the night, and I appreciate the love that we're getting in social media. But let's talk about some business. Toyana, I want you on this one first. We've talked in the last few months about a lot of the social things that are going on in Florida. A lot of the cases that have gone on in Florida, most notably the Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman case that has gone on in Florida. One of the stories that we've also talked about is the Marissa Alexander story that's going on in Florida. Marissa Alexander, we may know, is a sister who got 20 years in prison for attempted murder. This was the sister whose ex-husband threatened to kill her, ran up in the house. She tried to get away from him. She went into the garage. She told him, get the hell out this house or else I'm going to pop a cap in your ass. And instead of actually popping the cap in his ass, she shot into the roof of the house, or the ceiling, I should say. She ain't shoot him. But the courts in Florida, the same court that let George Zimmerman go home, the same jurisdiction that let Angela Corey is the DA there, same woman, same DA, that let George Zimmerman go home. Well, let me rephrase that. When I say let him go home, didn't try him properly, because I don't think they was trying. They put this woman in prison, Toyana, for 20 years. Where I'm going with this is she has been granted a new trial. So let's talk about it. What's your thoughts on this case?
Well, I think that Florida has a lot of issues as a state. And my concern with stand your ground is, well, whose ground is okay to stand on? Because if you go into Zimmerman, it seems that it was okay for him to stand his ground and actually kill somebody just out of cold-bloodedness. And then you have a young lady, same scenario, but this was more it was life-threatening, because I think she does have a history going back of having to file some claims against her husband to be from domestic violence. So for her to shoot up in the air and to get this, it has me to question, really, what does the state of Florida believe in, and I have a problem that, one, not because she's a black female, but I have a problem with her being a female, that she can't even protect herself, with even have all rights of protection, and here you go, you just shoot up in the air to scare somebody off and to get 20 years. I think it's really harsh, and I don't really think it's judgment. You can't use judgment with unjust. Right. So that's a concern I have. And what I don't like is that if Florida is getting away with it, how many other states in the United States are already doing it, and they're just not as visual as Florida.
Big Ro, we've talked about this story many times, and now we've got this new, change or wrinkle that is now been made aware to us. What's your thoughts on the fact that Marissa Alexander appears to be getting a new trial here in the great state of Florida?
Well, first of all, it's good she's getting a new trial, because that's just crazy. You shoot in the air and you go to jail. I don't get it. But, for all the stuff she's going through, she might as well just shot the dude. Really? If you're going to go to jail for shooting the ceiling of your house, you might as well just shoot the dude and go to jail.
But would she end up getting the death penalty? Isn't that still
long as she didn't kill him? I didn't say kill him. I just said shoot him. There are people around here walking around with one testicle, or lack thereof. I really wouldn't have. I wouldn't have been upset at that. Sometimes it is what it is.
Go right to the balls, huh?
You can't.
I bet you would have stand back.
But, you can't. But you can't be going around beating women and stuff, man. It is what it is. I can take your hands off. I can shoot what you really loved, and there you go.
That's why. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm happy that she's getting a new trial. Hopefully this goes well. I'm still a little afraid for it. Just like Toyana said, really, who is the stand your ground law for? And I just think pretty much they wing it, and then they decide what they want to do at the trials.
And I'm concerned with, why is it that, I'm okay with everyone saying they're happy that she's getting another opportunity, but I really don't agree with that. I think Zimmerman was able to come in and tap dance and do his show, and they even gave him back the gun that he used to kill Trayvon, and they didn't have to bring him back for a second opportunity. How come they just can't, drop this emancipate her, expunge whatever problems they did with this young lady.
The jury in her case deliberated for a very short amount of time. I don't have the time in front of me, but I know it was like less than an hour that they deliberated in determining what this woman's fate. Here's what my thoughts are on it. I mean, I think that she got railroaded. I mean, when you think about it, even if you weren't dealing with a state that had stand your ground, you're dealing with a situation where a man has already made threats against a woman who is obviously fearful for her life, and she is running from him in the house. No one's ever disputed the fact that she ran from him in the house. But the point of contention is that there was an exit strategy that she should have been able to, know about inside the garage. So she should have been able to get out. And instead, she shot into the roof as a warning shot, and then it got her on attempted murder. To me, that is the most bizarre and crazy thing I've heard, because if she really wanted to take this dude out, she could have taken him out. And there's certain states and certain juries and certain jurisdictions, if she'd have put 2 in his chest, she would have went home. That night, she would have went home. Even as a black female, there's certain places that she can go in this country that she would have went home. And so when I look at the jurisdiction there in the Sanford, Florida area, the same jurisdiction who didn't even want to arrest George Zimmerman, only did it until they had national pressure to do so. This is the same jurisdiction that sent the sister home for shooting into the ceiling. There's some serious issues going on with the district attorney there, Angela Corey, and the rest of the crew down there. And I'm just glad that the sister's getting and it ain't even really, she's a sister, so I'm calling her sister. But the reality is, this is a woman, even if it was a man or whatever it was, this is a person who was clearly fearing for their life. And they were trying to say, get the hell away from me, else I'm going to kill your ass. And they did it in shooting into the ceiling, and they get attempted murder. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but if I wanted to pop 2 in somebody, I'm thinking the bullet would have been going straight instead of straight up. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Keeping it moving, y'all. I got one that this one right here is a little fun. No, it's not even fun. It's kind of crazy. I'm getting this from NewsOne.com, based out of Chicago. It's a Chicago man who's free from prison for 9 months because the paperwork wasn't filed properly. Big Rube. It's a Chicago man who was sentenced to 16 years in federal prison for dealing heroin. That's what they call it in the hood, but we know it's heroin. They dealing heroin.
Smack.
Yeah, dealing smack. And somebody actually died from him, the stuff that he gave. He was mistakenly released from prison because of an apparent paperwork mix-up. The Chicago Sun-Times is reporting that 33-year-old Walter Redon Dixon was handed that sentence by a judge in Iowa, but before he could begin serving it, he was set free in December from the Stateville Correctional Center in suburban Joliet, where he was completing a sentence for unrelated Cook County offense. It wasn't clear just where Dixon was located in the district or what he had been doing with his time, but Ken Robinson, the supervisor for prisoner operations for the Marshal Services, said the deputies nabbed him after getting a call last week from their counterparts in Iowa, who had only learned recently of his mistaken release. So let's just kind of set this up, paraphrase it. I read it off of NewsOne.com, but let's cut the crap and just kind of put it out there. Big Room. This is a dude is supposed to be in jail for 16 years. They let him go on a clerical error, and he spent 9 months on the street because it was a clerical error. Let's talk about it. What you think, man?
Somebody obviously isn't getting paid enough. I mean, because if you messed up, a clerical error, you're either not paying attention, you don't care, or you might have just messed around and made a mistake. The last one I'm not so cool about. But, yeah, you just, hey, this dude. Well, first of all, let's get to the beginning fact of this. 16 years for dealing the smack.
Somebody died, though. Somebody died.
Didn't somebody die from a drug overdose all the time? So now the dude who sold the drugs to him is penalized for that? Now, once again, I don't find that to be wrong. I just find that to be weird because you don't hear a lot of drug dealers going to jail because somebody died using their drug. And so I guess they said that was attempted murder or whatever they chose to use. Now, if he held him down and hit him with it and put it in it, that's a completely different story. But if he sold it to him and somebody put it in themselves, personal responsibility. But I'm not denying the fact that he shouldn't be in jail. I'm just saying that karma saved him for 9 months, and then, you know, I think personally that somebody needs to get paid or fired.
That's why we got a dude who's selling heroin, smack as Big Rube like to call it, and somebody died. What's your thoughts on the fact that he was released based on a clerical error?
Well, like Ruben said, I think somebody should be fired. I think he should be fired, or she should be fired for not paying attention to the paperwork. Now, I don't know what the little mixture was that this person got that he sold to them. Maybe it was a little bit strong. Maybe it has some extra to it.
Probably put some powder and some
a
dust,
little
like
something
that.
to it, and they just couldn't deal with it.
Right.
But, you know, you buy it, you use it, you die, you know. I'm not sure how much sympathy I have on that.
Right.
I'm not sure if I have any sympathy for the drug dealer himself either.
Right.
But I do believe that person who did that paperwork should be fired.
That's Toyana, what's your thoughts?
You know what? I think he should move to Florida. I do. You know, being a criminal justice major myself, I think that I'm going to play devil's advocate with this. I think that, one, I'm not condoning what he does for a living or say this right. And I'm not saying that
Did
the
you
person...
say does for a living?
Yeah, does for a living.
Yeah, okay.
You
I just
know,
want to make it clear.
like it does for a living, because he's not working part-time at Walmart anyway, I don't think. But I do think that nothing wrong with that. But I think that also the addict, I mean, they have to have responsibilities as well. You know,
Right.
no one... unfortunately, I believe over the age of 18, no one is making you do these things, you
Right.
know. So if you do choose that lifestyle, you know, Lord forbid, you shouldn't die from it. But I think, you know, again, with clerical mistakes, I mean, it's in our court systems, it's in education, it's everywhere now. So I think, brother, good luck. Don't get caught again. And whoever.
You ain't gotta worry about that. You
Don't get caught again.
About to move now.
And go to Florida if I was you. And
But you know what I think about this, you know,
training.
While we are, you know, each of you kind of pointed out the actual crime and the fact that somebody died. Let's kind of forget about that for a second, because for the purposes of the discussion, and no disrespect to the deceased and their family, but that to me is the irrelevant part of the discussion. The part that I'm tripping off of is this a dude that's in jail for an unrelated case who gets let go after he's just been sentenced to 16 years in prison. I'm like, yo, who is the dude that walked his ass out? I mean, like, who is the dude
Maybe.
or lady or chick, whatever
Yeah.
you like to call them? Who is this person that said, yeah, we're going to let Marcus Rube out? You know what I mean? It's Marcus Rube's time to go home. Like, Rube.
Well,
Imagine how he
but if the
felt.
paperwork didn't find, if the paperwork did not get filed, which sounds like did not happen,
sounds
they
like
would not
I
have
agree.
known. Which I can't blame the people who let him out. I can only blame the dummy who didn't file the
But
paperwork.
aren't there checks and balances for this thing?
Well,
It is Chicago.
yeah, and just remember,
You
you
gonna put
know,
another murderer on
no,
the street?
well,
He's not a murderer. He's a
he's
pharmaceutical.
a sales rep, pharmaceutical sales rep. No, I just think that if you want to, you know, play devil's advocate, which that's what I'm going to do, I don't think that it's just by hiccup.
Right.
I think this is probably has happened prior before with someone else, and this is just a story that's, you know, everybody's privy to know, and he's just that example. Is it going to stop them from doing it? Probably not. But again, you know, this is happening in what state?
It was in Chicago.
You know, in Chicago. So
Yeah, they got real killers to worry about.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
Ain't no how stepping with Marcus J. Take a minute, kind of shout out our people in social media. I see the lights on down in the ATL. I see people listening to us. That's right. I see Arizona's out there listening to us. We got some people listening to us in Maryland. We got Steven Sykes. We got Simone listening to us.
Mr.
We got
LP.
Sharita listening to us. What's up, Said? Enjoy. Real Guy Will is listening to us. Appreciate it. Steven is saying to us, and he's going back to the first case on Marissa Alexander. He's saying the law applies to who they want to apply it to. We got Joy. She's giving some love to SY. She said, you are her girl.
Sup, Joy?
So Joy loves you, so we appreciate it. And, of course, my brother Ben is listening to us. And, Ben, he likes your voice, Toyana. So,
thank you.
so ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. I got a good one, Toyana. I want you on this one first. I'm getting this one from yourblackworld.net. And I always like to read the bylines before I get into the stories because the bylines usually have the shock value, and I like to get the people who look at me and go, what the hell? Because that's what we're doing. That's what the segment is called. It's called What the Hell? And so the byline on this one says, surgeon sets patient on fire during operation. Just think about that for a second. Now, you in there getting your routine colonoscopy, tonsils out, stent put in. I mean, whatever it is you're going in for. And you come out and your whole chest got second-degree burns on it. This is a top surgeon set an unconscious patient on fire during an operation after sparks from his electrical scalpel caused a, quote, explosion.
Wow.
Now, Enrique Ruiz suffered second-degree burns on his neck and chest before medics were able to put out the blaze. The New York Post is reporting New York's Lincoln Hospital are accused of trying to cover up the incident after it was revealed that the fire was not mentioned in the post-surgery review, and the victim's family were told, quote, it happens, end quote, when shocked by Ruiz's burns. As I normally do, I usually stop when I get to the good part of the story, so I won't read the rest. I think I've gotten to the good part of the story, so Toyota, I want you in this one first.
You know, it's funny because I usually say, "What the hell?
What the hell?"
What
That's
the
what
hell?
segment, what
So
the hell?
I'm glad that y'all got this segment after me saying, "What the hell?" Yeah, that is a wow. Well, first I would say, "Ching,
Yeah.
payday,"
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
And I really would question his his license. Is he really a true doctor? You know, Michael Jackson had found out by death, and there you go. And this guy is having to find out by burns. But I'm curious to know, did he say this happens all the time?
He said,
what the hell?
He said it happens. Is the quote. You know, when the family, was, asked about what the hell is going on with our family, Mr. Ruiz, why he all burnt up. And they said, quote, it happens. Rube, when you hear about going in for routine surgery and you come out with burns that you ain't had before, and they say to you, Rube, why you tripping, man? It happens. What would you say?
I wish I could dig up Johnny Cochran.
Oh, wow. Damn, ain't nobody else you can deal with that's still here?
I don't know.
You can't deal with Perry Mason
I mean,
or nothing?
Allen. I'm calling somebody up in this piece. First of all, electric scalpel?
Yeah, electric scalpel, bro.
I mean, you too lazy to cut me with the real one?
But here's the other thing, right? An electric scalpel that led to
what?
an explosion.
What happened to the battery power joint? I mean, really? You ain't got no cordless scalpel going on?
Well, maybe he's located in the mall. Maybe his office is located in the shopping center.
Not the mall.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
Not the mall.
The mall.
Where's the mall? Flea market mall.
You said
The flea
Lincoln
market
Hospital?
mall.
Lincoln Hospital. And
Where's this
Is
hospital?
that Bronx, New York?
It's Lincoln Hospital in New York City.
That's in somewhere.
Make sure I never get hurt
That's
in
the
New York
hospital.
It
City.
doesn't say which
I'm
borough.
not
it just
surprised.
Says
It doesn't matter. I don't want to be hurt in New York City.
I know
Clearly.
exactly where it is,
Do
and
you?
I'm not surprised.
Because they use
I'm not
electric
surprised.
scalpel attached to a cord that blew up.
You know, it's crazy.
Really?
Sources said that the doctor did not mention the fire in his post-surgery report, and the flames were put out with no danger to the patient.
But he's burned.
he tried to keep it under
accidents,
wraps.
of course, accidents that harm patients must be reported to the state health department
close
immediately.
down.
Did it?
But that actually didn't happen.
What degree burn did he get?
Second?
Did his insurance cover?
I'm not quite sure about
think
that.
Might want to cover
But I'll be honest with you,
the patient.
I'm not sure.
The insurance of
Yeah.
the doctor covered it.
But the patient, if he
Malpractice.
doesn't have,
He ain't never working again. Never. I'm gonna take
Yeah,
his
I'm definitely
practice.
not
I'm
surprised.
gonna take his
What
house.
the hell?
And if he got kids, we can sell them too. I'm getting paid.
And you know how Steppin with Marcus J. We're gonna keep it moving. That one was a little bit fun, but we're gonna take a little bit of a more serious turn with the next couple of stories that we have here.